This is Nightline. Tonight, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani!
Baseball's biggest star with a squeaky clean reputation. Betrayed by his longtime friend and interpreter, racking up millions of dollars in gambling debt.
He said, well, I just received a $500,000 wire. And he said, it's Shohei Ohtani is the name on the account. And I just went, what the?
We're at the ESPN reporter who blew the lid off the scheme and landed the only interview with the man at the center of it all.
I mean, I dug myself a hole and kept on getting bigger, and it's meant I had to bet bigger to get out of it.
Plus, House of Stassi, reality TV's Stassi Schroeder, known for her sharp tongue on Vanderpump rules.
I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
Getting real about the turmoil and the controversies that come with living while the cameras roll.
Regrets feel pointless. Obviously, there are things that I wish I didn't do, but I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Why she says, despite it all, she's returning to the reality television format that made her famous. And Ben Affleck, going for $1 million for charity on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Does he win big? From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, it was the scandal that rocked Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani is arguably the league's greatest player. But when his interpreter and longtime friend became embroiled in a multi-million-dollar gambling scheme, it threatened to tarnish Ohtani's meteoric career. Now that interpreter is speaking out for the first time.
Are watching this guy. Oh my gosh! Shohei Ohtani!
In sports, you can bet there's no bigger showtime than when LA Dodgers Shohei Ohtani steps on the field.
He is not human!
I mean, this guy's special.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is absolutely outrageous. This is the greatest baseball player of all time?
Yeah, bar none.
1-2 on Teray, and a swing and a miss. It's another strikeout. Ohtani, did he? Ohtani!
Making baseball must-see TV, no athlete has ever hit 3 home runs and struck out 10 players in a game.
Shohei Ohtani, the stuff of legend! Highline drive,
And this month
field
becoming the first Japanese player to hit
300 for Shohei Ohtani!
300 home runs.
I'm so honored to be here and to be part of this team. Congratulations, Los Angeles. Thank you, fans.
Shohei Ohtani is at the same level as someone like Messi or Ronaldo, that he has international superstardom. You could say that MLB and the Dodgers were betting on Shohei Ohtani's success.
But it almost came crashing down.
The LA Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani, did he know about his interpreter's gambling debts?
The scandal now rocking the sport.
The longtime friend and interpreter for Ohtani incurred gambling debt.
I had recently been told that Shohei Ohtani's bank account was sending multiple $500,000 bank transfers to an illegal bookmaker.
Now investigative ESPN reporter Tisha Thompson, who first broke the story, diving into the crime on the 30 for 30 podcast, the betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
I've got it. The direct link between Shohei and the bookies operation. But before I can even begin to wrap my head around what I've seen, a source reaches out with new information and a new name.
Interpreter Ippei Mizuhara.
Unraveling how Ohtani's former interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara, gambled away nearly $17 million of Ohtani's money in just 2 years.
According to Ippei and Shohei were as close as brothers. They were best friends.
Shohei's interpreter, mostly Shohei's best buddy, close friend, Ippei Mizuhara.
Ohtani even thanked Mizuhara after winning Most Valuable Player.
And of course, Ippei Mizuhara for always being there for me.
How did a relationship where these two men were seen to be together all of the time detonate? Who betrayed who?
Thompson spoke with Mizuhara in his only interview just a day before the story broke.
I mean, I dug myself a hole and kept on getting bigger, and it's meant I had to bet bigger to get out of it, and just kept on losing. And It's like a snowball effect.
Mizuhara will go on to tell Thompson that Ohtani knew about the gambling and was helping him cover his debt.
How did that go down?
I explained my situation, what's going on and why I'm in this much of a debt. And obviously, he wasn't happy about it, but he said he would help me out.
But that story changed less than 24 hours later.
We are about to hit publish when all of a sudden I get a panicked phone call from the crisis spokesperson who says, wait, don't publish. Ipe lied. I get on the phone with Ipe and I say, Ipe, did you lie to me? And he says, yes. He says that Shohei knew nothing about the gambling, that he knew nothing about laying the bets with the bookie, and that he did not offer to pay, and that it was all Ipe.
Was Ipe in your mind exhibiting gambling addiction behavior?
Absolutely.
Thompson also sitting down with a bookie central to the scandal.
Have you ever met Shohei Ohtani?
No.
Have you ever had a conversation with Shohei Ohtani?
No.
Have you ever texted, emailed, communicated with him in any form?
No.
What was Ipe's role in your mind at that time?
I thought Ipe was putting in bets either with or for Shohei Ohtani. And frankly, whether it was him, Shohei, or their dog betting, that's not my business.
Mizuhara and Ohtani's relationship runs back to 2013 in Japan. The 18-year-old Ohtani joined the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters baseball team. Mizuhara was the translator for the American players.
Ipe Mizuhara is the voice of Shohei Ohtani in the United States. And it was Ipe who was telling us, the media, it was Ipe who was telling the fans that this is what Shohei thinks and that this is what Shohei wants.
At 29 years old, Ohtani reached Hollywood superstar status with the LA Dodgers, offered him the largest contract at the time in sports history, 10 years, $700 million.
First of all, I would like to thank the Los Angeles Dodgers organization.
Everyone in Hollywood is paying attention to what the Dodgers do. It's Hollywood's hometown team.
Ohtani's reputation was spotless, and no one could have ever imagined he could be connected to one of the darkest stains in the sport.
I got a phone call, and the gentleman that received the wire transfer said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I just received $500,000 wire." And he said, "It's Shohei Ohtani is the name on the account." And I just went, "What?"
For 25 years, Matthew Boyer ran an illegal bookmaking business in California.
On the greed side of him, he's like, "This is great. You know, this guy could lose $50 million and afford it, right?" I mean, but then the other side of it is, okay, now I'm gonna have eyes on me.
Mizuhara met Boyer in 2021 and shortly after started gambling away hundreds of thousands of dollars a week of Ohtani's money. Mizuhara even caught impersonating Ohtani on a Bank of America recorded phone call.
Who am I speaking with?
Shohei Ohtani.
Could you tell me the name of the payee and the amount of the transaction, please?
It's for $200,000.
What is the reason for this transaction?
For a car loan.
Mizuhara made 24 phone calls to the bank.
The intersection of sports and gambling is more fraught and susceptible to scandal than ever.
Players gambling in baseball has been an issue for almost as long as the sport itself. Over 100 years ago, the infamous Black Sox scandal rocked baseball when 8 Chicago White Sox players admitted to intentionally losing the 1919 World Series.
Baseball makes it very clear you will be banned for life from the sport.
The headline, Pete Rose is out of baseball, suspended for life.
One of the great hitters of the sport, Pete Rose, would receive a lifetime ban after he was found gambling in the 80s.
Mr. Ohtani is considered a victim in this case. There is no evidence to indicate that Mr. Ohtani authorized the over $16 million of transfers from his account to the bookmakers.
In the NLCS.
Shohei says he has never bet on sports and has been fully cleared of any involvement or knowledge of the gambling scandal. Mizuhara was fired from the LA Dodgers and last year sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison for bank fraud and filing a false tax return. As for Ohtani's legacy, it's largely remained unscathed by the scandal, as he and the Dodgers look to three-peat as World Series champions this year.
Shohei Ohtani, instead of crumbling under the pressure And the magnifying glass a scandal like this can bring to an athlete doesn't crumble. He goes off and wins not 1, but 2 World Series. Every time Shohei breaks a record, every time Shohei wins a World Series, the Ippei scandal goes lower and lower and lower in Shohei Ohtani's biography of greatest hits.
You can listen to much more of this story on the betrayal of Shohei Ohtani on ESPN's 30 for 30, wherever you get your podcast. And when we come back, we're with Stassi Schroeder, the Vanderpump Rules star who never seems afraid to throw down.
I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
Returning to reality TV with her own show.
I have this illness or something where I view reality TV when I do it as like therapy.
Welcome back. Stassi Schroeder has basically grown up in front of the TV cameras, hitting reality TV at 16 years old. She's known for a sharp tongue and sense of humor, and brings both to her own brand new series, along with her inner circle of friends and family. Here's Nightline's Ashin Singh.
This time I get to go back and do it, but on my terms. What could go wrong?
Stassi Schroeder is back.
Should we introduce you first?
Oh, I guess.
She's the polarizing reality TV star, sometimes called a villain on Vanderpump Rules.
I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
Her honesty and quick wit, cementing her as a fan favorite.
I mean, I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
What made you want to come back in front of the cameras and tell your story?
I've been doing reality TV since I was 16 years old, and it's like my trade or like my craft. It's like what I'm good at.
She rose to fame as a scene stealer on reality shows. Now, it's time for a chapter of her own.
I like to live like with, you know, nothing to hide. I don't like lies. I don't like secrets. I want everyone to just know my you know? Am I allowed to say
House of Stassi introduces the world to a whole new cast of characters. But her co-stars this time around, they're her inner circle.
Before, I was just with my coworkers, and a lot of them were my friends, but this is just different because it's like I have my kids, I have my husband, I have my best friends, I have my sister-in-law.
It feels like a double-edged sword, though, right? Because now you have your family as your coworkers, and you guys are sort of letting it air all out on camera.
People keep asking me that, and I'm like, okay, well, I have this illness or something where I view reality TV when I do it as like therapy, okay? Because you are forced to talk about all of your feelings. You can't sweep anything under the rug.
The show follows Stassi's busy, everyday life as the cast reignites old feuds.
If you're upset that I'm here, then you need to talk to Stassi about it.
I had a child,
and I was going through a divorce.
She reunites with old friends.
It's like, if they're not on your payroll, they don't get to be in your life.
I was watching, I was like, whoa.
I'm gonna be real, that didn't hurt my feelings. I was like, you are correct. That is how I've designed my life. That's the dream.
And Stassi puts all the awkward moments on display.
I love you.
It's not about that.
I know, but I love you.
No, Bo, how do I show love? I'm really freaking out right now.
You can't let things go unsaid. You're forced to talk through your problems, work through your problems, communicate well, and resolve them. So I feel closer to everyone who's on the show because we were forced to really confront our feelings.
Sharing the screen with family members echoes her reality TV roots.
I didn't realize you were on The Amazing Race.
Oh yeah, before my chin implant.
Did we talk about that?
Sure, I was 16, going through my awkward phase.
I am a complete daddy's girl. You have no idea.
I mean, come on, it's still pretty epic. That was like one of the biggest shows on television back at the time. Like, I think that was the first iteration of like reality TV.
For sure. No, that's what I mean. I feel like this life path was chosen for me.
8 years later, she was back on screen. One of the original cast members serving tables on Vanderpump Rules. The show led by housewife Lisa Vanderpump.
You know what? You're not important enough to hate. Sit down.
Stassi was at the center of all the drama, often arguing with her infamous now ex-boyfriend, Jax Taylor.
Well, how dare you ruin my birthday like this?
After 8 seasons, she was pulled from the show. Stassi addressing it at the top of House of Stassi.
Stassi and Kristen are out at Vanderpump Rules.
Stassi apologizes for her behavior towards former co-star Faith Stowers.
About 9 weeks into my pregnancy, I got canceled and fired from like 99% of the jobs I had. I had a lot of time to look in the mirror, and I didn't like a lot of the things that I saw. When I hit what felt like rock bottom, I had a choice, and I chose to recognize the part I played into it.
Regrets feel pointless. Obviously, there are things that like I wish I didn't do, but I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be the person that I am today. That sounds so cheesy, but it is so true. It really is.
Stassi eventually returning to reality TV last year in the second season of Hulu's Vanderpump Villa with her old boss.
Welcome to Castello Risotto.
Ciao. And now, after years in the spotlight, she's calling the shots on her own show.
Being on reality TV is not for everyone.
I call myself like, this is so weird, the general for like this cast, for my friends and family on the show, because they are all looking to me for guidance and like advice throughout this whole thing.
But you're the showrunner. You're the creative. You've made this show a reality. Is any part of you in the back of your head like, oh, I need to get this bite now for this episode?
The moments that I do catch myself doing that are when I know that there are conversations that need to be had, that people are wanting to have, and they're not doing them while the cameras are rolling. I'm like, hey, we only have until 10 o'clock to film. So I know you're having this conversation regardless. Can you do it now?
What do you want your audience to know who is kind of gone through these multiple phases of life with you and are now looking at this next chapter?
I want people to watch this and relate to someone here, because there's so many different stories that are being told on this show. It's not just me. And I also hope to like inspire people. Like even the way that Bo and I show our marriage, like, you know, the gender roles like are totally switched in our household.
Do you think when people watch this show, they will be seeing a different Stassi? Or is it the same one?
It's not the same. It's not the same one. That would be diabolical. They're seeing a different person, a more grown-up person. Honestly, I'm 38 now. I started Vanderpump Rules when I was 22. They're seeing someone a little more thoughtful, but I still have that, you know, psycho Stassi in me. I can't get rid of who I am.
Our thanks to Ashen. House of Stassi is now streaming on Hulu and Disney+. When we come back, Ben Affleck wins big for charity. And what did spaghetti and meatballs have to do with it?
Ben, you just won $1 million for the Eastern Congo Initiative. And who wants to be a...
And finally, Ben Affleck wins big for his charity. It's tonight's Nightline. Ben Affleck taking top prize on the celebrity edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
For the Eastern Congo Initiative.
Almost 1 year after his best pal Matt Damon did the same.
Because that is absolutely right.
Ben, paired with Jeopardy champ Jamie Ding, had to guess which turkeys were not pardoned by a U.S. president. Peanut butter and jelly, tater and tot, mac and cheese, or spaghetti and meatball.
You must be kidding me. Yeah. Oof.
Affleck used the lifeline Jimmy Kimmel, who correctly said spaghetti and meatball, winning the millions for Affleck's Eastern Congo initiative. And that's Nightline for this evening. Thanks for the company, America. Good night.